Stansky with Windsor Interior Decorating and Design, and this is Transformation Tuesdays, week number 6. So I'm really excited about this week's makeover. It is a great living room, and it's colorful and it's global inspired, and I think you're really gonna love it. So this week's winner is Kyra, and Kyra has a living room that, you know, is all beige, and she really wants one room in her house to be really colorful and bold. She says, you know, when she decorates, she uses a lot of grays, a lot of neutrals and things like that, and typically doesn't opt to go for color, but she loves color, and she would really like for something for one place in her room to be bold and colorful and exciting and cheery and everything else. So I'm really excited about this makeover. I think it's absolutely stunning. Are you ready to see what Kyra's living room looks like before? So this is what Kyra's living room looks like before. As you can see, she's got a couple wing chairs here, and these are something that she'd like to keep. And the walls are painted out just a beige color. Got this really nice crown molding. It's a very thick crown molding on the ceiling. And a nice window over here, but it's off-centered on the wall, so we don't have a lot of symmetry to work with on this wall. You can see that the living room space opens up onto the kitchen here. Don't mind the Christmas tree. This entry was sent in a few weeks ago, so a lot closer to Christmas than it is now. I'm sure that that's probably down by now. She would like to keep these pictures in the space, so there's one behind the tree here, which we'll see in another photo, and this one right here. And the sofa with the really cute dog is also in a beige color. You can see that the living room actually comes off the entry, and they've got this really pretty blue color in the entry. And they've got just this nice piece of art also in a bold blue color, and that's going to be part of our inspiration for this space. The arches on the doorways here, this one here leads into a hallway, and this one here leading into the entryway, have this kind of cut out arch shape on the top. And to me, that's really Moroccan inspired. There's the photo or the artwork that she'd like to keep as well, so again in the blue. And on the front of the living room is a very large window that spans almost this entire wall. So it lets in some great light. You can see that she has some gray drapery panels there right now. They are a little bit sheer, and there's not a whole lot of room underneath the window. But this wall right here is really fantastic for this room. There's a lot of light, a lot of space, and this leads out onto the front of the house. Are you ready to see what Kyra's living room looks like now? Kyra, welcome to your new living room space. I call this living room design kind of an Asian Moroccan fusion. You can see that we've recovered your wingback chairs in kind of a light gray fabric, and that is really going to allow it to blend into the space and become more neutral. When you are using so many colors in a space, it's important to keep your furniture relatively neutral and pattern free. What we've done here is we've added the pattern through the accessories so that it doesn't become overwhelming. Above the wingback chairs, we've added 3 identical pieces of artwork to fill out the space, and we've sprayed them in a gold color, so really keeping it with that eccentric, global kind of feeling. And you can see instead of a regular coffee or side table or end table, we've actually used nesting tables here. And that's great for when you have company over because you'll be able to remove these two smaller tables and place them throughout the room for drinks and snacks and the like. You can see that we've accessorized. We've done a little bit of accessorizing here on the tabletop with a lamp and just a little elephant statue and a stack of books, just to add a little bit of interest, but still left some room there to place drinks and etc. And we've done the pillows out in some really bold, graphic, Asian-inspired prints. This really is the fabric where the scheme had come from and our inspiration for the space. So this is where we put the serving station here. You had a little bit of dead space here. This is where the Christmas tree was in the former photos. And above we've done something really cool in hanging a variety of Moroccan lanterns. And these Moroccan lanterns, they hold a candle, so you're not going to have an electrician come out, but it really is going to give a really cool glow around the room. So Moroccan lanterns traditionally have little holes in them, and when you light them from within, it casts this beautiful glow around the room. I did a couple placeholders here for some artwork, and I thought that would be the perfect spot for you to hang those two blue pieces that you'd really like to keep. And you can see that I've added a tray to the top of this buffet. So the buffet itself, we've painted out in the green. It's a really beautiful emerald green color. And we've replaced the hardware with sort of some Asian-inspired gold round hardware. Really in right now, and the gold will really kind of tie this space together. So lots of storage for wine and glasses and things like that, serving trays. And this gives a great spot for you to put out food and drinks and the like for your guests. In front of the large window, we've put some more hefty panel curtains here. The ones that you had just weren't quite enough to fill out the volume in the space and really balance out the window. So there's probably 2 full panels on either side. You may even need 3 to give it the fullness and effect. And these ones here are done in this beautiful kind of arabesque pattern blue and white fabric, and absolutely gorgeous. I know this is a pattern that you said that you absolutely loved, so wanted to make sure that we got that to you in this space. We've added some more seating in front of the window with these sprayed chairs, and we've just added a little table in between them as well. So that's another space where you can put a drink or read a book or things like that and just enjoy all that natural light that comes in through that window. Make sure that when you're coming in the entry that we're leaving at least 2.5 feet of space here, or it's going to feel like you're running right into a chair when you walk in the room. You want to make sure that we're leaving enough room for a clear path for people to enter into the space to ensure that the feeling stays really comforting and warm. Here's the aerial view of the space, so you can see how much seating we've placed in here. And I said earlier that we have room for about 11 or so people, and I'm going to show you how. So we have a 3-seater sofa, again done in a really light neutral color. This is a very, very light pale gray. So we've got seating for 3 there. I've done a couple floor pillows, and floor pillows are really great. They're very Moroccan, they're very global, but they're also very comfortable, and they're a great place for guests or even pets. And you know that you had that cute dog in the picture, so a great place for people to sit. Of course, we've got 4 chairs over here, so that's 4 more people you can fit in this space. The cocktail table that we've used here is actually a soft ottoman puff, and we've turned it into a table functionality by adding a large round tray to the top of it. So that's something that can double either as a coffee table or as extra seating if you need it. And then you'd be able to pull out those nesting tables to give the people who are sitting on the pillows and the ottoman some storage for their drinks. And then underneath this end table beside the sofa, there's actually another little garden stool that pulls out, and you'll see that in one of the upcoming photos. So you can pull that out as well, and it gives yet another place for somebody to sit. So lots of room to have a party, lots of room for your guests to be seated comfortably in this space. And you can see here how we've balanced out the window. So symmetry is very important within any room. And we did have that large off-centered window to this side. So what I've done to this window is I've added a screen that's kind of got cutouts in a very Moroccan kind of arabesque pattern. And on the other side, we've added a room divider screen just flattened up against the wall like an art piece. And that sort of gives the room a little bit more balance and allows you to center the sofa on that wall instead of on the other wall where it was actually blocking the traffic flow into the kitchen. Above that, we've added a collection of plates just sort of in a scattered random pattern right up to the ceiling. And we've done a number of throw pillows, again, each one in a different fabric. And that's what's really going to give it that eccentric flair that really brings this room together. You can see tucked under here, you can see that little garden stool. This one's really cute. It has a little elephant on it, and we picked that up at wayfair.com. So Kyra, I hope that you love your new living room, and we look forward to seeing the pictures of your completed project. So what do you guys think? Did you love Kyra's living room makeover? If you want to enter your space to win a free 3D virtual makeover, go to www.windsorinteriordesign.com and click on the Transformation Tuesdays tab. All of the directions are there, and it only takes about 10 minutes to enter. So make sure you get your entries in, and I hope you win. We'll see you next week.